today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Brendan McManus to kick off. It's week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Todd Gurley, the ball carrier. Brought down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback, so to speak.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
First and 10.
That good for 19 and a first down. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, or sometimes it's...
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. K.J. Hamler returning it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The former Missouri Tiger, Drew Lock, will be at quarterback as he leads out the Denver Broncos.
What a roller coaster for Drew Lock from the NFL draft until the end of his rookie season, because on draft night he thought he might go in the first round, ended up going in the second, and then didn't get to start with the Broncos until the end of his rookie year. But the Broncos did go 4-1 in those games, and he played very well, working on his agility and his pocket presence in the offseason. And I love how the Broncos upgraded around him in order to give him more weapons.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 31, Lock. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. On the punt, return of 4, and the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing is Wentz.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
From the red zone now, Wentz on the slant, complete to Green. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now on 2nd down, this is good. And he's going to get just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
As soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Sterling now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy. You understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 2nd and 11. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
35-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsay. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
7-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. This is the tight end Fant. They follow up up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Complete to Noah Fant. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got the first. And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble.
Lock's pass complete to Danny Amendola. Fumble on the play.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
41.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Locke working out of the gun. Able to get this to Gordon.
Locke's pass complete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Locke's pass intended for Cortland Sutton. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Denver. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Green brings it in. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos nothing.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At the 41-yard
From the gun, it's Wentz. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 4th down, the Falcons send out Sterling Hoffrichter to punt. Back deep, Danny Amendola. That's taken on the 25. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it.
recovered by the Falcons.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jarrell Casey able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Kareem Jackson on the coverage.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And it leads to a 4th down.
Intended for Nicole Hartman. Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. Now Lock, he lost the football in town. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to put this one away.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Number 84.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
First down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it, he can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made by Kareem Jackson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
now a handoff for Gurley.
27.
And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 22. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got Green. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
From the contact. Brings up 3rd down and
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now, 2nd quarter, you're losing, you're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Drew Lock sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
2nd and 16. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. The Falcons send out their punter, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. That'll bring up second down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Tajay Sharp, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Locke. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw it is Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Locke now on first down. But he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And it's 17-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The tackle made.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Wentz now on first down. Finding Green complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Gurley on the carry.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
There's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Ball carrier. Bradley Chubb on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Wentz. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
First down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz, and the Falcons will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Sterling.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Hamler now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Got Gordon open, completes it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Atlanta, Georgia's the spot, and glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's third down.
Coverage by Keanu Neal.
On third down, Locke. They'll fire one downfield for Fant, and unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
First and 10.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Gurley.
37-yard line.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
First down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wentz now to throw. Able to shake him off. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
8-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one. And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Goes 7.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
The Falcons.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A gain of 8. Brings up
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Roquan Smith in on
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lock. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Gordon on the dump off. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
to Melvin Gordon. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
Here's 2nd and 10.
at the 48-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From midfield, here's Locke. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
There defensively.
Again, it's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Gurley. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Gurley, the ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 41. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
3rd and 1.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, it's Gurley. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run. It's Gurley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 4.
The Falcons on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Hamler now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
K.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
And coming out now, the Broncos. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
There defensively.
Throwing again. Locke. Almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Shotgun snap to Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Falcons now. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Ball carrier,
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
Again, they run with Gurley. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
3-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A gain of 8. First down, Atlanta.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Falcons, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week